next thing I want to go to is market trends. So June of 2022 is really when our current market took its initial downturn, right? So we're kind of looking at 2022 to see how have things developed since then. And Hillsboro is down 2.2%. If we look at our local comparisons, Beaverton's down 3.6, Tigard 3.8, Tualatin 4.5. Hillsboro's done pretty well as far as that downturn. Tells me that there's still a lot of demand for housing in Hillsboro. For sale inventory growth. So I look at this on a year-over-year basis for how many more homes are hitting the marketplace in these areas. Hillsboro's at 22% increase. So when you see these declining markets like what we have right now, right? Median list prices down, values have stayed kind of the same. So I want to make sure we talk about that a little bit. Even though median prices for listings have gone down, values have really stayed the same and actually increased just a touch. But that inventory growth in Beaverton, Tigard, Tualatin, especially Beaverton, Tigard, has jumped significantly, 51% and 56%. So quite a bit more houses hitting the market in Beaverton and Tigard, and Tualatin for that matter. When we look at our national, Albuquerque, 71% more homes on the market right now versus this time last year. That's a big, big number. But some of that may be people in Albuquerque are seeing the market go up. It's a good time to sell. Let's get on. So I would take that with a grain of salt. San Jose, 39%. Boise, only 8% increase in inventory year over year. That tells me that that marketplace is still super hot. So if you're buying, that tells you it's going to be competitive, right? If you're selling, it's a good time to be a seller there. Price cuts are the next item that I like to look at. So price cuts as a percentage of the active listings on the market. 34% of the homes on the market in Hillsboro had a price cut last month. That's a pretty big number compared to what we're doing or what we're seeing right now as far as the marketplace starting to correct itself a little bit. 36, 35, 39% for our local comparisons. When we look at our national, Albuquerque 28, San Jose 17%, Boise 26%. All of those markets are a little bit healthier than what we're seeing right now locally. And, sellers are having to make some adjustments to what they're asking. And buyers are a lot more choosy. Hillsboro, personally, that's where I live. So I see it on an everyday basis. And we haven't seen this amount of price cuts for over a decade. So kind of interesting times to live in there. Days on market growth year over year. So how long have homes been on the market and how much has that changed over the last year? So Hillsboro, 35% increase days on market growth. So how long does it take to get a home sold? That's increased by 35%, which is a huge number. So homes are on the market longer. A little bit more difficult time to be a seller in Hillsboro, that's for sure. Beaverton, only 3%. They're getting their homes that have sold at about the same clip as last year. Tigard 22 and Tualatin 33%. So some fluctuation there in the area. 35% is a big number for Hillsboro, though. If we look nationally, 12% for Albuquerque, San Jose 7%, and Boise 6%. Much healthier markets. There's some increase there, but not a lot. Those markets are still moving along at about the same clip as they were last year.